Good morning. I've been away for a couple of days. We'll see if anybody comes on. Gosh, I need to get a new tripod here. This little mini one is falling apart. Alright, my darlings, we'll see if anybody comes in. If not, it's cool, it's okay. But if so, welcome. So since I've been away for a couple of days, I want to do a couple of cards here. Last time I was on, the theme was love. It just happened to be that way because of the setup. And somebody came on and said, can you please do one about manifesting money? So that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to use two different decks. I'm going to pull two different cards. And we're going to see what is going on here for our friends in manifesting money. Hello, welcome. Getting the Palo Santo going here. Getting some good vibes starting off our Saturday morning. Although it might be Saturday night, depending on where you are in the world. It could be Sunday, I don't know. But we're going to see what messages come in about manifesting. Amethyst, Lisa Tambasco, Amethyst. Hi, welcome guys. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you very much for being here. We are going to pull some messages around abundance. Last time I was on, I did a message for love because I was set up for the love readings. And then somebody said, please do one about money. So we're going to do one about money today. And since I've been gone for a couple of days, I'm going to pull two cards for you guys around the subject, around the topic. So I thank you for being here. I welcome you. Welcome you for being here. Hi, Germany. Hello, Claudia. Claudia Monani. We're going to talk about money, Monani. Okay. So we're going to see what is going on, my darlings. Thank you, Cassandra. I'm okay. Thank you, Lee. I'm telling you, man, boy. They were coming after me, but thank God. Archangel Michael. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. So thank you for their protection and their guidance and their help. Hello, South Africa. We're going to see what is going on here with money. Okay, messages and manifesting money. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards here from two different decks. So here's one. Here's our first card. And we're going to pull another one from a different deck. And I'll put the link in the description of the video, or I will comment it for those of you who want to check out the decks. A lot of you always want to know which deck it is or which deck I'm using, so I'll have a link there too. These are cool little law of attraction cards around manifesting abundance. So we're going to pull a law of attraction card here as well. Okay. Powerful messages. I feel it already. So the first card here is worthiness. Worthiness. All right? That's one of the things I've said before when people have asked me about manifesting money. Is first and foremost, you need to know that you're just as deserving as anybody else. So when I say worthiness, some of you might be like, oh, well, I have a self-esteem. I know I deserve to be happy. I know I deserve to have money. I know that I'm worthy. Yeah, okay, good. So it might be in that way, but sometimes it also is like believing that you have a talent or a skill or a capacity to be blessed in some way to receive, that you're worthy in that aspect as well. Okay, so understand what I mean there. Also, I guess, like, just to come out and to be seen, as I'm looking at these symbols, they all kind of give me a sense or a feeling of opening up and being seen. That flower in that corner, like that big giant rose that blossoms and opens up and blooms coming out of your shell, that peacock fanning out its feathers, walking around starting its stuff, like letting all the feathers fan out and be seen, um the butterfly, the transformation. So a lot of this is about uh being ready and being willing to put yourself out there, right? To put yourself out there. So, maybe you have a talent that you really like doing that might bring you some extra money, but you haven't done it because you haven't had the courage, or you haven't thought that your talent was good enough to put yourself out there. Maybe you're a very talented musician or a writer or an artist. Maybe you're somebody who's very spiritual. Maybe you're somebody who reads tarot cards, but you haven't had the courage to kind of put yourself out there. So, whatever the case might be, this is saying, know that you have gifts and talents and abilities, and you're being encouraged to put yourself out there, to be seen, to strut your stuff like that little peacock over there, and to be able to come into that energy of letting yourself be seen, letting you. Johnny, I just saw your comment. It popped up and it made me laugh. People say I do have a little voice. Thank you. So letting yourself be seen, letting yourself just kind of, like, strut your stuff, and being there, being seen, putting yourself out there, so that you do begin making a living and earning money doing something that you love doing. It can't happen until you let yourself be out there in that way, and then being of the knowing that you deserve to be paid for your talents and gifts. I think this is a big thing for many of you who, like, you want to be self-employed. I think this is a message for a lot of you that are wanting to be self-employed, or who have kind of dreamed about having some kind of, like, little side business or something that you're feeling called to do. And when you try to do it, maybe also you're around friends or family that want you to do it for free. Okay, that, like, they want you to do it for free because you're family or because you're a friend. Now, it happens to me all the time. People come to me for readings and they say, I really need your help, but I can't pay. I can't afford it. I don't have money. Well, I'm going to tell you what the solution is, because, yes, in some way, we want to be giving, and we want to share our talents and our gifts with people that need our talents and gifts, and we want to be able to share that blessing in that way. But at the same time, right, what happens is, we can't always barter. Like, somebody might say, well, I can't pay you, but I will, I don't know, I'll do something for you. I'll clean your house, or whatever it might be. Um, you can't go to, like, for example, if you're doing tarot readings, right? You can't go to your landlord and say, hey, look, landlord, I don't have rent money this month, but I'll give you a reading. Or you can't go to the phone company and say, hey, phone company, I don't have money to pay my phone bill this month, but I'll do a reading for you. They're gonna be like, what in the hell, get out of here, what are you even talking about right now? Like, it's not gonna be, like, even a negotiable thing. So you're living in a world where you need money to survive. Therefore, there's nothing wrong with you charging. Okay, you deserve to be compensated for your time, so that you can keep sharing your gift with the world. There will be instances and situations where people can't pay you, and you want to help them. You don't want to block their abundance either by having a one-sided arrangement where you're giving them something and they're not doing something to contribute to that flow. So when people come to me and they say, I really need a reading, but I can't afford to pay you, I say, okay, no problem. This is what we can do. I can give you the free reading in exchange for you going to, like, a homeless shelter or a domestic violence shelter and volunteering, like, an hour of your time. And you can bring me proof that you've done this, and I can give you a free reading. I've done that in the past. Or with friends or family who've asked me for a free reading, we've bartered in some way. But you also have to be balanced balanced, if you're trying to make a living doing what you love, you can't do that with every single person. You are going to have to charge, and you deserve to charge. You deserve to be paid for your gifts and your talents and your abilities, right? You deserve to be in that energy. So don't even feel bad about it. Know that you're worthy and deserving in that way. Okay, that's the first card. Our next message here. Oh, I'm sorry. And before I change cards, there's a little affirmation here. So this is a nice little affirmation for you to kind of write down or memorize and use this as a money manifesting affirmation. I feel worthy and have very special talents that will help me to achieve my dreams. I feel worthy and have very special talents that will help me to achieve my dreams. So not only are we trying to manifest money here, but we're trying to manifest money doing something that we love doing something that feels very natural to us, doing something that brings us joy. And that's the ultimate goal, right? I used to work as a paralegal at one point in my life, and in the beginning I loved it, and then I hated it, and then I wanted to reach a certain level of my career. I was like, when I reach that level, I'm gonna be so happy. I reached that level. I had a good paying job, and then I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. You couldn't pay me enough money. I would rather go do Uber or go do DoorDash or something else and make a lot less money and focus on building my dreams or doing things that were fulfilling, because money is not everything. All right. So we're also trying to manifest here things that are going to bring us happiness and joy as well. So the next card, beautiful picture here, is the big picture. So think about the picture in the whole. Okay, don't get too hung up on the little details of how something is going to happen. Be in the energy of knowing and understanding that things are happening behind the scenes to help you and to guide you. That everyone has a purpose, everyone has a skill, everyone has a talent, and what you might not be sure about or what you might not know, your guardian angels will guide you, will bring you direction, will help you strengthen your gifts and your talents and abilities. You might say, I really want to do. It's not blurry on my end. I don't know if it's blurry for anybody else. You might be like, there's something that I want to do. There's something that I want to accomplish, but I'm not talented enough yet. Or I don't have enough finances yet. Well, there's things that you can do in this moment now. So don't get too hung up on what's happening ahead, and do what you can in this moment now, and know that along the way, in the bigger scope of things, there's going to be solutions, there's going to be directions. Things happen for a reason, so you don't have to put too much pressure on yourself. Know that you're being guided and aided and helped. So we'll also look at what the booklet here has to say. One more thing I want to say before I look at the booklet or the creator of this deck. If you see this number 6 in the corner there, it's basically, for me, when I see 6 in my readings, it gives me a sense of needing to balance out money and appreciation. Okay, so maybe some of you are wanting money because you're seeing it as a way of expressing your love. Maybe some of you are wanting to shower your loved ones with gifts or presents, or do very financially nice things for them. Or some of you are wanting people in your life to shower you with financial blessings. But 6 is saying to balance it out and to know that these financial things are not always a way of expressing love. That love can be expressed in many different ways, and not to get too hung up on the financial aspects of things. The booklet itself here says, there is so much more going on than you realize. When we get up in our heads and overthink things, we start to miss much of what is going on in the world around us. You might be trying to micromanage a situation, and are too focused on small details. Try looking at this from different angles. If you've been struggling with a problem or tough situation, this card can signal that you will find the answers if you stand back and view everything from a larger perspective or someone else's viewpoint. Okay, so again, this is, don't get too hung up on certain specifics or certain details. Okay, another thing that's kind of striking me about this card is the growth that's happening. Sometimes we will, you know, put ourselves out there in trying to start a business, and we'll go and we'll work a certain event or we'll do a certain job, and we might not come home with like a big sack full of money or a bunch of leads or customers or whatever, and we might kind of beat ourselves up, or we might feel sad and say, man, that sure was a waste of time. It wasn't a waste of time, because I promise you, you were growing in different ways. You were receiving and sharpening and strengthening skills. You were honing in your talent. You were getting practice, and those are all very important things that are helping you. It's not always about the money that comes in. So be paying attention to the growth that you're receiving in different ways, the leads that you're receiving in different ways, the strengths and talents that you're receiving in different ways, and be grateful for all of the abundance and all of the different ways that it comes in, and then the money will definitely follow. Okay, my darlings, so I don't know, guys. I don't know why it's blurry on your end. I don't know if it's a streaming issue. I don't know if once the video loads, if it'll be clear if you go back and watch it later. On my end, my camera is clear. So I don't know if something is happening with the streaming. But I do apologize if it's been an inconvenience for some of you. I can't do anything about it, sadly. Okay, so this is the message for today in Manifesting Abundance. And I hope that you all will check out the daily message on Instagram and Facebook as well. You guys get your own little, you know, a personal message here on YouTube, and then I do a different message for Facebook and Instagram. So you can definitely check that out there if you want another little message, and that's Amethyst Angelite on Facebook and Instagram. And guys, my Instagram is low, so I appreciate your love if you feel so inclined to support me there, to follow me on Instagram. It's cool. I do a card of the day. I do a pick a card. I'm going to be doing a lot more inspirational memes and things like that as well. So I appreciate the love there, those of you who are on Instagram. Thank you so very much for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving the message. I am sending you all so much love and so much light. I hope you have an amazing Saturday, and I will be on Sunday for Sunday's message. The weekly forecasts are going to start loading tonight and tomorrow. So you'll have your forecasts for the week before Monday. Be sure to check those out as well. And the April love videos are up. Those of you who are wanting love messages, all of the love videos are up. I finished Taurus and Virgo a couple hours ago, but they take forever to load. So those will be up in the next couple of hours. They're already done. They're in the queue loading onto YouTube. Thank you so very much, my lovelies. Love you.